Okay, Guardians, today is a public service announcement for a personal favorite exotic of mine, which is the Young Ahamkara Spine. Has an intrinsic exotic perk saying Wish Dragon's Teeth, increased trip mine duration and blast radius, and ability damage grants trip mine grenade energy. So, to my understanding, with the extra ability, duration, and the increased blast radius, it doesn't give the trip mine any extra added damage to it. So whether you're using Young Ahamkara Spine or using the regular trip mine, you're just gonna get a trip mine that lasts longer and that has an increased blast radius for some odd reason. So it can be triggered without being triggered because of the increased blast radius, therefore ensuring that some of the times it doesn't work most of the time. So, in the background gameplay footage, you're going to see this actually happening as it procs sometimes, but it doesn't proc every single time. And that's an issue in a PvP engagement. Don't know why you're going to use this in PvE, but now this exotic doesn't even have a perk to replenish itself. It doesn't do any tick damage after it explodes. It doesn't grant itself an extra explosion charge like the Titan's lightning grenades. It doesn't continuously stream damage like the spike vortex grenade for the hunter. And what you're going to see that this exotic does half the time is that it either increases the blast radius for it to, like I said, not proc properly, or it will kill an enemy, but only after that enemy's been basically hit by everything in the book, and anything could have killed it anyway. So it requires a lot of setup to use this, needless to say, and it isn't a guaranteed one-hit kill. If we got double trip mine grenades with this exotic, okay, I could justify that if it did tick damage after the explosion. We could justify using the exotic steel, but it only gives the trip mine itself a little bit more armor only after it's been stuck to the wall. So I don't have any gameplay footage that I've captured with the trip mine being shot while it was released from my hands, but it can be shot while it's in mid-air, making for some crazy setups if you're that type of player. Now, why doesn't the Young Ahamkara Spine give us double trip mine grenades? Maybe Bungie thought it would be too overpowered. Why doesn't it do extra damage? Again, maybe Bungie thought it would be overpowered. But yet, giving Warlocks infinite grenades with the Sunbracers isn't overpowered. And giving the Titans access to have double grenades of any kind that they want isn't overpowered. But, you know what? I'm not here to talk about that today. We're talking about the Young Ahamkara Spine that nobody uses. So, why should we use the Young Ahamkara Spine over anything else that takes up an exotic slot, prevents me from using Stompies, or any other exotic that could be useful? Well, I really do like the look of it. I mean, hell, it even got an ornament. Who's using this thing? Well, anyway, I guess the gameplay footage itself should be enough to justify why people use this exotic. This exotic, the Young Ahamkara Spine, isn't a bad exotic. It's just a terrible exotic at what it's trying to do. Grant extra trip mine duration and extra blast radius. It needs extra damage, and it needs some type of extra kick to it. So, with that, all good things must come to an end, and I'll see you in the next one.